issue is issue of sanitation. More Plaza has suddenly turned to a kind of a menace. When you look at our environment, sometimes even during the day, you will see how paper littering everywhere is flying on the floor, and this is not going down well with majority of you. And a lot of people have suggested, and what we agreed is that we are going to introduce a platform where you need to have a basket or sack. If you are the type that have cutting machine that cut paper often and often, you need to get yourself sack. When you cut this, pack it and put it, because sometimes when you dump this on the floor, when there is breeze, you later see that this thing is scatter everywhere, and it will make the entire place to be rough. So we advise you strongly, get a basket if you are not the type that have too much waste. Get a sack if you are the type that have much. Then put it in the sack. When the guys that are sweeping the floor comes, they can easily pick it and offload it and drop your bag there for the next activity. So that is for that. So the next law we are having is, FRS just told you now that you need to pay VAT. To some extent, we understand your constraint, because when people have messed up with your prices, sometimes you will be forced to do some things ordinarily you don't want to do. So this we are introducing for people disclosing price in their signages. We want to stop it. We don't want you to disclose your price in your signages. Let the customer come to your office, then you disclose your price to that customer. So that is what we have right now. We don't want people to disclose their price to the public. On the signages or on flyers, get your price to yourself. When the customer comes to you, then you disclose your price. So that is what we have on that ground.
Mrs. Frank Lekafo, during your take out here, I gathered that you did mention the fact that honesty and your reliability on the bank to give you information on what to tax the tenants here is what you rely on. I just want to know, is there any other measure developed by the Federal Revenue Service to know exactly what the taxpayer is supposed to is making within the year?
There are many other ways that FRS used to know to ascertain the taxpayers' maybe income for a year, but the most important one for FRS as of now is that the taxpayer is expected to be honest with the tax office, telling us exactly what to pay and working out your tax liability. I think that's the most one. The other ones, there are administrative and operational measures whereby we have doubts over the taxpayer's claim or assertions. We can now dig further. The tax audit can be carried out on the company if we are sure that the taxpayer seems not to be declaring or telling us the exact thing. If we do industry analysis and maybe, for instance, we are in More Plaza, we are printers, and almost all the printers are saying maybe, for instance, they make 500,000, and only one person comes and says he makes 50,000, and has been in business for a number of years. There's something there to look into. So the office will find a way to, they will use any other administrative and operational measures to look into the taxpayer's claim, to agree with him, or maybe to find something.
It's a fantastic step they have taken this morning, unlike what they did before, where they came in for enforcement without engaging the tenants and those who are stakeholders in this place, and that generated a lot of controversy. Some people were unlawfully punished, some people were treated shabbily, and it's really humble way for cooperation that they ought to enjoy and move their work forward. So we had an audience with them, and we proposed that they should do this way so that people should know, they should be aware of what is expected of them, then enforcement can come thereafter. So I think it is a welcome development, and people do appreciate it. We also appreciate it as well, and we hope that their work will go smoothly henceforth.